So today I'm going to be installing this Amazon special radio for the Lexus. It's actually been maybe 4 or 5 weeks in the making now, because originally ordered it and they don't put in the description, but it's plug and play for, I'm guessing, ES300s, because an ES330 it has just one 20-pin connector, and this one came with 2, so you had to cut it off. I already went ahead and pre-wired it all up. That's the kit. I'll link in the description also if this works. But to take it off, we're going to be just taking off this shifter, popping this up, pulling out the AC unit, and finally pulling out the radio. So I didn't fit in the wiring part because it's just like any radio you wire up. If you want to look up another video how to do that, it's probably better to explain, but I'm kind of on a time crunch and I just did this whenever I had time yesterday. So, but yeah. And also the tape used here, so I didn't use electrical tape, I used Tessa tape. I think that's how it's called. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull everything apart right now and just make sure the radio even works and I can get sound finally, and then go from there. But I'll also, once that one's installed, I will be running because this comes with the backup camera, I will be running that also and hooking it up and showing you how I'm gonna route it. And lastly, it would be just finding a spot for the USBs to pop out. So I'm guessing either just gonna have them hanging from the glove box, or see if I could take this apart and have them in here. So I'll keep you updated as I go, but I'm first gonna try and make sure that it actually works. All right, boys and girls, finally we have success. So I know in this past video, or the past clip you saw, I had this all pretty and wrapped in Tessa tape. I still was not getting audio after connecting everything to this freaking wiring harness. If you ever messed with radios before, you know you got to connect red to red, purple black to purple black, everything like that. So the issue I'm running into is, or that I was running into, is this. So on these Amazon radios, they're going to give you this extra harness that goes in the back of it if you're going to run like a sub. And then right here it has the amp turn on. But apparently you can't use this for the factory radio. So what you're going to have to do is you're going to want to hook up. And so if you don't know, blue and white is the amp turn on. So what I did here, if I can find it, I did it ghetto right now. I'm going to go solder it up here in a bit. This is what I did. So I hooked it up to red because red is accessory. So whenever the car is turned on, that is when the amp is going to turn on. So don't think you connect this this amp wire to this blue wire here that comes with your radio. Do not connect it to that. Connect it to the red wire. That way it turns on with the accessory. Basically when you turn the car on, it'll turn on with the radio. So finally I have power, or finally I can hear it. So let's see. Also, I got the cheapest one. Yeah, see, it's static right now because I don't have my antenna hooked up and everything. But yeah. Finally, I got it working. So I'm going to test the Bluetooth out, make sure everything is good there, and solder up that piece like I was showing y'all, and then wrap this whole thing up. So I'll check back in with y'all here soon. Got the whole radio situated, but right now I'm battling this ugly Texas weather that keeps coming on and off. But I got to run the GPS, so I decided to run it up here. And I'm going to go ahead and try to pop this A-pillar, see if I can route it throughout the wire under here, go through the middle, and come out through the center so I could connect it to the radio. So I'm going to work on that right now. Hopefully I don't break anything, but I'll just keep you updated as I go. And if anything, I might just end up figuring out another place for the GPS if I can. We got the GPS ran, and then I went ahead and got the microphone ran as well. All right, so we got the microphone ran. It's kind of ugly looking right here, but I'm gonna leave it like that. And I went ahead and I pulled this door sill right here, and I tucked it in behind it. And then what I did was, behind here is a bolt for this lower bolster. I went ahead and undid the bolt so I could run it behind the dash. And I ran it all underneath through this, if I can see it, through this opening right here. This is to plug it into the back of the radio. And I'll take out to the other side to show you all the GPS. For the GPS, what I'm gonna end up doing is, I think it comes with some kind of adhesive. So I'm just gonna end up putting it something like this, maybe sideways, I'm not too sure. But what I went ahead is, if I can see it here. This right here, it's not long enough. All I did was shove it in between this. I shoved it. You might kind of mess up your dash a little bit. If you don't care about that, then go ahead and do it. If not, try and take off this A-pillar to tuck it in. I just didn't care to do that because there's an airbag in here. So I went ahead and just pushed it through, and it went through. Take this vent off so I can pull it this way towards me. And then once I had it all pulled through, then I went ahead and just tucked it, ran it behind here. So you can see this is the GPS wiring, then ran it through the back, and then you can see it comes out through the top. So lastly, I gotta do is the backup camera. And once the backup camera's done, then I can go ahead and put everything back together. I at least want to do the wiring for the backup camera, but we'll see how far I get because, like I was telling you, this rain keeps coming off and on, so I'm gonna get back to it. So as you can see, it's about to get real ugly, so I just want to give you a quick update while I put everything up until this rain passes by. What I did for the backup camera, so this is the one that's included. You just wired into the wiring harness for the actual radio. I did the same thing I did with the microphone. So as you can see here, obviously I didn't start from the top, but I just went ahead and ran it underneath, past the OBD port, undid this, and then unbolted the dash in that same place for the microphone. Just ran it straight through here. Dang, it got really dark real fast. Then I went ahead, you'll see, I can get a better view of it. Back there's a small opening to the rear trunk. And I went ahead and pulled it through. It's hard to show you, but you pull it through there. Don't be afraid to pull this down, it's really flexible. And then I went ahead and unclipped this so that I could run the wire through this to make it look as clean as possible. And then right now what I'm trying to figure out is where the wiring is gonna stop for this one, because I still have to wire up the Lexus. So I might do alligator clips because I still have to wire up the power and the ground for the reverse lights here. So figuring that out right now, but I might wait a second because that's how it's looking. All right, boys and girls, so just another quick update. For the reverse camera, obviously it says in the instructions, but I thought on the instructions it actually said hook it up to video out, which doesn't really make sense because obviously there's no video coming out from the radio. Anyways, this right here, this plug right here, that's the one that does your reverse camera. So you can see here now, I have it kind of wired up already. Let me see if I can turn it on for y'all. Whenever it feels like. So there you go. So it's not, I have the trunk popped up, but yeah, that's basically how it looks right now. So just giving y'all a quick update on that, just so in case y'all are wondering where you hook it up for the reverse camera. Then I will also show y'all the reverse camera. So this is how I have it wired up right now. I did alligator clips just because I'm just trying to get this done. Typically what I do on cars or trucks, I'll solder them on and then at least electrical tape it, but I'm kind of just trying to get this car done with because it's taking way too long, as all my projects do. So now I'm just gonna zip tie it, Tesla tape everything, and then put everything back where it was. But yeah, everything should be good to go now. And in case y'all are wondering, so white with black is ground and positive is green with yellow. That is what we ended up with. I got it in reverse right now, obviously, and it looks really good. As you're gonna see, I aimed it a lot, like very down, because I want to see where the bumper is to give me like a reference point whenever I'm backing up into something. But yeah, the car is filthy. My backyard is covered in mud now because of this weather going on. But yeah, this is how she looks. Put it in park. Comes back to CarPlay. Reverse. Overall, I think it's pretty functional. So I was reading some reviews. People were saying that it kind of takes forever to input things or anything like that. I mean, with the CarPlay that I'm using right now, I mean, y'all can see for yourselves, it's switching pretty quickly. So this was the cheapest one they offer. I'll link it in the description. Something to keep in mind too. So you are going to need the clips from your old radio. These 4 clips. It does not use the bolts at all. And you just pop them into there. And then obviously you got to swap over your vents too. Emergency works. Your clock is right there. But yeah, overall everything is good. Last thing I got to do, I just realized right now, I need to mount up that GPS. But that should really be it. Let's see if the radio works. We got the Mexican jams playing. Oh, another thing that I'm learning right now is if you're using CarPlay, it's CP Link, and then obviously if you have an Android Auto. I haven't tried YouTube yet. This might be the part where they're saying that it takes forever to load. That's pretty cool though. That's real cool, I like that. All right, cool. That's gonna wrap up this video for today, y'all. It's kind of been a hectic one. Had to fight, it's a long story short, I had to fight Amazon for this radio because it was not plug and play like it said it was. And then I had to I got the wrong wiring harness for this car, so then I had to find another wiring harness. And the guy sold me a used one, it was supposed to be new, and it's a whole ordeal, but yeah. Thank y'all for checking out the video. Hopefully this helps out on y'all's install on your ES330s, because there ain't really a lot of videos going on with this car, especially when it comes to like backup camera stuff or like installing this radio specifically. So hopefully that helps out. I'll link everything that I use in the description. Comment below if you have any questions. Oh, forgot to show you one thing. It does come with 2 USB players. I already put all my stuff back in, but I just went ahead and linked it here or routed it there. I might in the future, probably not. I might want to either pull it out here or maybe try and mount it in here somewhere. Something like that, but for now I'm just gonna leave it like that. This is how it looks overall. Go here, CarPlay link. All good. Catch y'all later.